everyone, welcome to another episode of SDS. We are back for another video. Today we will be talking about Kevin de Bruyne, right? He pretty recently announced that this will be his last season at Manchester City. So everyone's been talking about him, so we're going to add to that. But today what we're going to do is we'll speak about him a little bit, about his legacy in the Premier League. And then after that, we are going to see if we can build a Premier League midfielder better than Kevin de Bruyne, but we can't use players that are in the top 10 midfielders, right? Yeah. To do that, we're going to discuss different attributes, and we're going to pick a player whose attribute is going to fit into that. So the attributes we're going to pick are dribbling, leadership, vision, engine, shot power, creativity, passing, defending. It's quite a lot. We'll go through it pretty quickly. Defending, press resistance, first touch, IQ, longevity, set pieces, and weak foot, right? The 10 players that we can't use. So we've got to be creative. We've got to say Mark Noble and them, you know? Yeah.
James Ward.
Gerrard, can't use for any of these. Lampard, Scholes, Vieira, Fabregas, Kante, David Silva, Yaya Toure, Roy Keane and Rodri.
Okay.
That's
you know, this whole time I genuinely thought it was.
You
it sounds crazy.
Top 10 current players, innit?
Yeah, from.
Nah, we can't use them. So when we go through each of these attributes, we're going to pick a different, and you can't use the same player twice. So we've got to get creative. Use a different player for each specific attribute, and I want to see if we can build a better player.
What if Dundee was in the Premier League for like one season, but his best time came in La Liga?
Well, you can say that. Whoever that player
we'll
is.
discuss that.
His left foot or whatever it is.
That's a lot of players then.
We will discuss that.
No,
But first, we're trying to build someone better than Kevin de Bruyne because...
You said no Ronaldo, right? CR7.
No, it's midfielders.
Oh,
We're trying to build a better midfielder than De Bruyne.
No, but I'm thinking, like, if I'm going dribbling,
Nah,
I'm
you got
going
to
for a
be
winger.
Go
for a winger.
It's got to be a midfielder.
Okay,
Everything's
cool.
midfield, so
Okay,
what
cool.
midfielder's
Building
better
from the
dribbler
midfield
than Kevin
body.
de Bruyne?
Okay, cool.
But before we do that, obviously, the reason we're trying to build someone better than Kevin de Bruyne is because he's being spoken about right now of how great is his legacy in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Right? And our kind of question is kind of, let's start off with, is he in the top 10 midfielders of all time in the Premier League?
Yes, he stamped that for me.
100%.
I'm going to narrow it down.
Oh yeah.
Is he in the top 5?
Oh, yes.
Good
Is he in the top 3?
Oh, yes.
It's that one for me is a conversation.
That's where now we talk.
That's a conversation for me.
And then we're going to talk
I
about
don't hate it. I don't hate it, but
you know?
yeah.
For me, I think it's
So you're saying, the way you're confident, you're saying 1.
I'm saying 1. Undisputed.
Okay.
And for me, it's what you just mentioned. Think of all of those attributes that you just named.
Yeah.
That is Kevin de Bruyne's game. And it's all of it at a very high level. He's been doing it consistently. He's been like the most winning team, the team that's done the treble recently, the team that's broken Premier League records. He has been a key part of that. Centurions, domestic treble, whatever you want to call it.
Fingerprints are all over it.
He has his exactly there. You look at the numbers he's put down year after year, both goals and assists. You look at the big moments, whether it's Aston Villa on the final day, whether it's Wolves, whether it's Arsenal on half a hamstring. And it's the variation we've seen in his game. We've seen De Bruyne do the kind of semi-winger role, lobbing crosses into that back corner, the corridor of uncertainty, as they call it. We've seen him almost play like a second striker.
That's true. He's mastered putting the ball in that spot.
Bro, it's incredible. That second striker role where he was almost playing off Haaland that one season.
That was a clip I saw the other day, where he headed it. And the header, the header was a curved pass.
Bro, his passing ability for me is incredible.
Is he the greatest African Premier League player ever?
African?
And I like where you're going there.
You know?
Because in terms of physicality, I think it's one of his biggest slept on attributes.
No, I didn't even say because of that.
No.
His mum was born in Burundi.
What?
Yeah, his mum was, you didn't know that?
Oh, you threw me off. That was a curveball.
His mum was
You know, I genuinely thought because you know his physique and the way he plays like an African.
No, his mum's from Burundi.
So he's what, half Burundi, half Belgian?
No, his mum was born in Burundi and grew up in Ivory Coast.
Colonizing Burundi?
His mum was born in Burundi and she lived in Ivory Coast.
And her
Belgian people in Africa.
Stupid, but her parents are Belgian.
Yeah, but she was born in Burundi.
Okay, cool.
So he could have probably played for Burundi
if you wanted to.
100%.
I don't know if Burundi put the effort into it, but yeah.
And she lived in Cote d'Ivoire as well for a bit. I swear to God.
Why this guy died?
You didn't know this about De Bruyne?
I did not know.
Bro, African,
I need to do some research on his family.
He's one of us.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's one of us.
Fair.
He's bad.
That has thrown me completely,
he's not from
bro.
Burundi.
Well, I never knew. I
Yeah, man.
So-
See,
so-
that's
so-
why I'm a good host.
So he's half African.
He could have a passport from 100%.
Yeah, he's half
One of us.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah,
us.
passport.
One of us.
Easily. Bro, Anthony Robinson plays from USA because his dad lived in the USA for a few years. Not even born there. De
What?
Bruyne is more Burundian than Anthony Robinson is American. Crazy.
I'm
His mom was
confused.
born there.
So his dad.
Fulham left back.
So he wasn't even born in America.
Nah, I think he's got like citizenship because he worked there. So I think last. Well,
He
I'm
got a
researching
green,
it, I could be
basically,
wrong.
basically got the green card, and they said, "Yeah, you know what?
It's
That-
like how
that'll do."
Jamie Carragher's son now just plays for Malta.
Yeah,
He's got 2 caps for Malta now.
yeah, I saw that.
Brother, so there's a brother named Carragher running around in the multinational team.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. End football. We're done with this sport.
Wallahi.
We are done with this
Carragher's
sport.
son
What are we
plays for
doing
Malta,
here?
Yeah.
He said, I can't get England caps, so you go get some Malta. I hear it.
do
Why
that,
not? Every international break, Malta. Hey,
Who would
that's
you play
not
for?
bad. That's not bad.
You mean?
Yeah, who'd you play for?
Is it DLT
Iraq.
branch?
You got options.
Iraq, Denmark, or UK?
UK's not a team. It's Olympics.
England. I can't-
You'd have to go Denmark.
Iraq, man. Come on, man.
Swear.
Iraq, man. Come on, man. I'm staying
Where
true
would
to
you go?
myself.
Huh?
Somalia.
Depends on how good I am. If I'm like a top Premier League player.
But he's got 4.
3.
4.
Or is it England?
England, Holland, Somalia, Somaliland.
I like that.
It depends how good I am. If I'm like top, like
Don't you dare put Somaliland
best
as if I'm garbage.
the best,
Hey.
the best,
Put that one at the
the
bottom.
best,
Number one.
the best.
Number one warrior.
If I was like top with my peak, probably England. It's like you know, you get the best training. You get like if I'm like
I'm doing
play for
Netherlands.
Arsenal, Man City.
Yeah.
I can't play for Somalia.
Yeah.
I got to play for England, mate.
Netherlands, huh?
No. I don't speak Dutch. I'll be like Frimpong.
Let me.
I'll be like Jeremy Frimpong.
All the cameras
No, but
going to be on me
I
asking me.
can't
"Hey,
lie,
why
but
don't
then
you
I
know
can't
Dutch?"
lie. I personally, I wouldn't even tell Sharks to go to Netherlands as well. Because you did what? You did a pit stop.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
That's a
like
tyre
Frimpong,
change
bro.
quick.
Yeah,
Bro, but it's like Malta, isn't it?
yeah, literally. That's what I'm saying. Like, we did stretches.
Aye,
in
that's
there.
crazy.
Yeah, bro, I did a
yeah.
pit stop in Netherlands.
So,
It's
so,
gotta
so,
be England.
so KDB is half Burundi.
Yeah, so the point is that De Bruyne's mom was born in Burundi. So
Well,
the more you know, the more you
And I
So
know.
you
went-
took,
I went straight
so you took
physicality.
something over Salah again.
Yeah.
You took something over Salah
Salah
again.
can't even be the best African player.
bro.
It's like, flipping out. But yeah, so you'll say top
It's like,
one.
who's that player? That striker that played that was living in Kenya.
No,
Swedish,
you're
I think.
talking about
I think he's Swedish. You know what I'm talking about, like?
A white Swedish striker
You're
that
talking
was
about
from Kenya.
Saido Berahino.
No, not
He's
Berahino.
Burundi.
Not Berahino. Not
He's from
Burundi.
Burundi, yeah.
Not from Burundi, but
Oh.
the white guy, but he lived in Kenya.
Oh, John Guidetti.
Oh, Guidetti.
Yeah, John
He's
Guidetti.
Italian.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember, his dad was working
You
in
ever
Kenya
sent
or
to
something
Vigo?
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then there's pictures of him
see.
like
So,
the
yeah.
only white kid amongst like
Have you never seen that
200
picture of
African
like
kids?
bare African
And
kids?
he's got a football
There's
ball.
one white guy that all play
And
football.
he grew up there as a
fair.
youngster.
I think when he was playing for City as well, he invited some of them
Yeah.
over as well. I think
he
it
grew up
was.
in Kenya a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man, it's lit out
That's
there.
dope.
Well, your point is was well made about KDB,
Just well tooled, well arsenaled,
And he's played with
consistency, medals.
and he's played with different midfield options,
Different
striker
roles.
options. He had Haaland, Aguero, Sterling, Sane was different. Mahrez
And
was
you look at all of those guys, the Lampards, the Gerrards, the Scholeses, the way they talk about Kevin De Bruyne. It's like they know they're looking at eye level with him.
I agree.
And I look at in terms of attacking wise, I think Lampard, he scores more goals than him, but I'd take Kevin De Bruyne over him.
I can't lie.
look at him and Gerrard and I'm like, I understand
They're
Gerrard
the
can do a
closest
bit
to
more
each other.
defensively.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I
they're
do
both too
agree.
close.
I feel
But
like
then
it's a
I think in
combination of
terms of-
both, maybe a little bit.
It's, and that's the thing. I feel like Gerrard is kind of defensively a little bit better, but then in terms of going forward and the passing variation, I feel like KDB's got more in his arsenal there as well. And in Scholes, I feel like if I had to pick who's the better passer of the two, I'm picking Kevin. Some would say Scholes.
Yeah, a lot was
A lot would say Scholes, but for me, I just think Kevin De Bruyne trumps everyone.
as someone who's never been a fan of KDB. I've had my agendas towards him.
You have.
Hey, and he has shut you up in this very studio.
Yes,
Quite a few
yes,
times.
with the Madrid watch alongs.
I was there.
Yes, and I've always been someone that kept saying, "But what about Belgium? What about Belgium? What about Belgium?" But I started to realize, me being that type of person, I've realized Gerrard never did it. You know what I mean? All those that I'm trying to put at all timers, they never did it with England.
Yeah, Lampard.
So why am I trying to give him like why has he not on them man a pass?
Yeah.
I agree with you. KDB's top 3.
Yeah.
Best all time. I might be leaning towards as well.
Do you know what it is? I think
I think you know what? I don't think in my lifetime I've seen someone as good as KDB in the Premier League. The closest person
Then it's got to be the best because your whole lifetime is the Premier League.
in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But no.
Elsewhere, outside of the Premier
That's
League.
what's different, bro.
No, but I'm saying in the Premier League.
Oh, the Premier League, I agree.
I'm saying if you said you've not seen anyone in your lifetime better than De Bruyne in the Premier League started the year you were born.
Exactly.
So your whole lifetime
Oh yeah, first.
is the Premier League.
You got you there still. This is where English isn't your first language.
So that means he's the best then.
You got me there. You got me there.
Do you know what it is? I think people a lot of the times have
Consistency.
difficulty crowning a player as like the best when he's
When he's-
active.
yeah.
I think it will take maybe a few years.
Unless your name's
removed
like Messi or something.
once he leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless it's like
People saying he's the GOAT at 21. Messi.
Yeah.
The joke.
I hear it. I hear
Yeah,
it still.
It's crazy.
But when
Even-
it's a few
even
years removed,
Thierry
I think
probably,
you'll
bro.
see the odd compilation on Twitter, and everyone just be like, "No way, Kevin De Bruyne was doing this to the Premier League for fun." And I'm telling you, time will be very kind to Kevin.
I think so too.
That definitely will be.
He's got everything.
The only thing with Kevin De Bruyne though, it's not saying big games because he's one of the biggest big game players. But when it comes to like finals,
what's the
especially
allegation,
Champions
though?
League-
Who was it that
I
was making
remember
the
the
allegation? Was that Elias?
Injured.
Yeah,
Who was the one that was
Two
making them
injuries, and that's the only thing
Who
that's
was
sad on
making them
this.
allegations? Was it Elias?
What's this?
Like big game De Bruyne or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
he
that's
was.
poor, man.
Come on, man. Do
Because
your
I
research.
said, yeah.
Do your record against
I
the top
don't like
six.
how people go big game is just the final. There's so many big games.
Yeah.
The amount of, because for example, if you're.
But that's the
if-
one thing
if
that
you're on a
Gerrard
ti-
has over a
if
It's
lot
a
of
game
man.
against Aston Villa, not a big game
Yeah.
because it's not against a big
The
six
game
side.
when it came back last season against Newcastle when they were 2-0 down.
Slick back
Yeah,
hair.
2-0 down. He walked through the whole team, passed it in the back of the net, found Oscar Boy behind, bang, they won
Yeah.
3-2. Or I think that was the score. Was that not a big game in the
Yeah.
like in the context of the season?
Yeah.
Was the game where he ties his shoelaces when they're 2-0 down to Aston Villa, like you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
said?
yeah.
Is that not a big game?
Or people like to highlight the Champions League or by the quarterfinals to pass Atleti. That
Goal against you guys.
Incredible.
Go against us.
Yeah.
No, my only argument.
He's come to your ground
Yeah.
twice as well, and people want to talk about big games. I'm like, come on, man. What are we talking
My
about?
only argument with De Bruyne is, in terms of that, it's Lampard, whether it's Lampard, Gerrard, I say not as much as Scholes, but definitely with Lampard and Gerrard when it comes to that number one spot or top three, whatever, they were the number one guys.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Kevin De Bruyne, I'm not discrediting what he's done,
Mm.
but
It feels
you know,
like
like
he's
it
been
was
the
kind
number
of like I said, David Silva was basically the head honcho at one point in terms of as for me obviously David Silva's the greatest Man City player, so obviously my rating from him is different, but it was David Silva at one point. I don't know if De Bruyne was there when Yaya Toure was on a crazy run that season.
They kind of crossed over.
Yeah,
Yaya
I'm coming from.
Toure was
So
on
when,
his
like,
way
but there
out.
was
this
De
last
Bruyne
final
took
years,
over.
yeah,
but
Yeah.
it wasn't prime.
But
though.
I'm saying,
It
but that's
wasn't
what I'm
prime
saying.
Yaya
Like
Toure.
there was, I think it's 2024. I want to say from 2019. It's very good stretch. He had
Yeah.
6 years of being the number one guy. That's my only argument, especially if like they're the big Gerrard fans and the Lampard fans, where they're like, "Yo, we know he's got the numbers. We know he dominated games, but has he been the number one option throughout that whole time?"
Yeah,
That's the
but
only
one
argument.
thing
for
that-
me,
but-
he has been.
but one thing that KDB has-
he's always been the main driver in that team, and
Because
it's
you
always
know-
been the others around him that
Yeah.
have swapped and changed. Whether it's a Raheem Sterling, a Sane, but he has almost been the one constant. You got to remember, Gundogan in them early years wasn't even that guy, and then one season it
Yeah.
just clicked for him,
But that's
and
the-
he just
but that's the
became
thing
that
that's
guy.
been- that's
But
been
it was him that was always the
But
constant.
that's the saddest
within
thing
it.
about him, though, because with De Bruyne is we know his quality and everything. It's just the injuries that has hindered him, because there's many seasons
That
when
plays an even bigger part, because who comes back from the injury
Yeah,
like
it's always
that,
him.
at that level, bro? It's
Joke.
him.
He's a joke.
Yeah,
He's
no.
a
But you know
joke.
one thing I realised very quickly?
Go on.
I've realised him and Gerrard are similar in one thing, yeah? During that time with City and Liverpool, that's always been, KDB's been the undisputed best City player.
yeah,
Gerrard has been the undisputed best Liverpool player.
Always.
Yeah.
Lampard, you always think, oh, about Didier, about John Terry. It's always been someone next to him. But these two has always had undisputed shouts of they are the best player for that team.
For me, they
Team
could be
and-
one
Nah,
and two.
don't.
Team and him.
They could be 1 and 2, but the thing is, what he's won compared to what Gerrard's won is what it probably might edge it. But it's
But
just
for me,
sad
that's not- for me,
'cause of
that's not the
era.
case, that's
I
not the
try not
case.
to look at it. I try not to.
I don't
look
want
at
to.
it. I try to look at a player's greatness for a player's greatness.
yeah.
I'm different.
That's
to you.
why I talk about Harry Kane so highly.
Because then Aguero be above Thierry.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, it ticks 3 boxes. For me, I've always said it. Like
Go on.
my 3 boxes: trophies, impact, and
Legacy.
and legacy.
I think for
It's
me, with
legacy and
it's-
trophies not combined.
Yeah, I would say
It was
trophies.
impact, but none of
Not
them
necessarily,
none of
because
them are-
Gerrard
okay, but
Gerrard
none-
is a legacy man more than a trophy
But
man.
none of them are ability related.
No, sorry, ability.
Yeah.
That's what the last one was, ability. And he ticks for me all 3 of them.
Yeah,
The ability is there.
But which
the
one?
legacy is
In
there,
those three,
and the impact
in
is
those three, rank them 1 to 3 of importance.
For me,
Yeah.
the way I rank players.
Yeah, rank those three
For me, well,
categories.
sometimes I'm inconsistent with my rankings.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you for
I
saying
hear it.
I hear it because
We're all football
you
fans.
have to, as in life, you have to sometimes.
It depends on the-
Sometimes I value ability.
Yeah, no, it depends-
Sometimes I value legacy.
It depends
You
on
know
your,
what I mean?
it depends on your argument as well.
I hear it.
If you're
Ever
going,
since the argument-
Yeah, one day.
That day. All right,
On
but-
my day, it's
Yeah,
just
exactly.
arguments.
But we have to get into what we're here for. We have to try and create a better. Like we spoke so highly about Kevin de Bruyne now, and you guys let
so
us know where he ranks.
is he everyone is like if you were to go round and go like if I asked you now,
Yeah,
De Bruyne number 1 for you,
I'm right now. Today I'm Gerrard still.
Gerrard, Faisal, De Bruyne number 1 for you.
Yes.
For me, he's not. For me, I'm still putting like Lampard or Gerrard above him.
I'm putting him.
That's the only thing I
But
wanted
it
to
could
know.
change.
Yeah.
It could
Yeah,
change.
But he's top
With
3
time. It could change.
Yeah, he pushed himself. He's
Yeah,
definitely. Wallahi, for me, he's definitely top 5. The top 3, I'm still. You know what?
So you have Gerrard and Lampard undisputed over Scholes.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, I've always been Gerrard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so.
For
anyway.
me,
So until someone finds something
Yeah.
me saying elsewhere.
Yeah.
Otherwise, but I've
For me,
always been
Lampard's
Gerrard.
always been number 1.
Yeah.
I know that.
I'm Gerrard. But yeah. But let's try and. But we can't use Gerrard or Lampard
Yeah.
or Scholes
Yeah.
anymore right now because
Yeah.
we are trying to build a better Premier League midfielder than Kevin de Bruyne. Like
We
you
can,
just
we
heard
can,
us.
we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you just heard us, we've just said, listen,
We can.
we think he's first, second, third. Let us know where you rank Kevin de Bruyne in Premier League all-time midfielders. But we're trying to build a better Premier League midfielder than Kevin de Bruyne.
And
So,
the players kind of only played in the Premier League.
yeah, Premier League players, and we can't use those top 10 that I've named.
Okay,
Once again,
rename
those 10,
it, please.
Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, Fabregas, Vieira, Kante, David Silva, Yaya Toure, Roy Keane, and Rodri.
So you robbed me.
Come.
So you robbed us.
Okay.
No, it's
Yeah.
come.
Because you want us to not go.
There's a lot of midfielders that
Yeah.
play Premier League, bro.
Fam, it's good. It's good.
All
We're
right,
good,
so
we're good.
what
What's this?
midfielder are we going to put for dribbling?
But this is where it's
Okay.
quirky. This is where it's quirky. If
You
you're
got
talking
Rodri.
dribbling, I think his
not crazy.
his other countryman is a better dribbler for me in terms of Dembele. Moussa Dembele.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's a better dribbler
Yeah, you
than
can
him.
put him down. Yeah, we're trying to put a better
This is what
midfielder.
you call green line chemistry
But
right here.
there might be others.
Yeah, I like it though. That's good. That's the whole
love
point of the
that.
video.
I like
We're
that.
naming
I love
unsung heroes of the Premier
I
League.
love that one.
But just for that one trait.
Specify with
Exactly.
that one thing that they're good at. I love that.
I like
But
them.
the-
Dembele,
but the
I
one
always
thing
said,
that's
in
annoying me
terms
is
of
not-
dribbling,
But there's
very
a thing
few
for me,
better.
yeah, because there's categories in this. I don't want to slap. Like imagine there's.
but what
like,
other category would you put Dembele forward for?
But
Because for
it's
me,
not-
if
imagine
it ain't
like-
dribbling,
imagine
But what's the
like-
other category? It's
Imagine
the
like
other
strength.
contenders.
Imagine like
strength and ball carrying.
Yeah, but there's other players
I
who play
love
strength.
a lot of strength.
Can we change it? Can we change it though? Like if we
dribbling,
put
bro.
if we put him right now dribbling, can I
Is
change
that- is it locked in?
Nah, that makes it fun because you lock someone.
That's what I'm saying. That's what.
yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm a bit scared. Find out later.
Okay, cool.
I named it at the start.
I don't want to give Dembele as a consistent number 1. Let's just think of
Other.
other midfielders that
Bear
are
in mind,
dribblers.
ultimate dribblers. Like obviously we can't
I'm
use
gonna
him. We
put-
can't use him.
I've
But
got
Yaya
one-
Toure would have been great. We can't use him.
Yeah.
I've got someone Paul the Bill, but I'm gonna put him later. Paul
Yeah,
Bill's
I
a-
agree.
Yeah, but maybe
that
you can
was
find
one.
us-
I was like, hey, we got you reserved
maybe
for something
like a
else.
technique or something.
well, like,
First touch,
I'll put
you
for
know what I
later.
mean?
I'll
Hey.
put for later.
We got you there, brother.
For one category
think-
passing, I heard passing. For me, it's number 1 undisputed. Ozil's still number 1 for me.
Relax.
Well,
Guys.
well,
Hey,
hey,
stop
bro,
going.
yo,
Stop dribbling. Stop going ahead. We're talking
We're
dribbling.
dribbling.
Focus on dribblers.
I've got one above him already.
Morgan Rogers.
I've got above.
And as we're saying
Are
the
we going
name,
power dribblers? Can we
That's
go?
what I'm saying.
Can we
I've
go
got one,
technician?
Stop. No, Moussa Dembele. I've got one.
keep a note and send it to me
I've got one.
so I can read it out.
Shake my hand. 1, 2, 3.
No,
Faisal.
no. I need to hear the name.
Lukita.
Modric.
For dribbling.
Not dribbling. Not dribbling. Not dribbling.
Nah,
not
I can't waste him on
No, not
dribbling.
dribbling. Not dribbling. No, not dribbling. Not
Think
dribbling.
about it, Faisal.
Like I'm thinking, for example,
I'm
ball
thinking,
carrying
like,
though.
look,
yeah,
you know,
because there's no ball carrying. I can tell you that. So put ball carrying in mixed with dribbling.
Dribbling, yes.
Like Yaya can't be used. So for example, who is someone that's like in between Yaya and Morgan Rogers type of player?
But that's what I'm saying.
trying to
Are we-
drivers.
but
that can
Drivers with the ball.
But that, for me, that's the thing. If
Like
we're, are we
Morgan
talking,
Rogers type player.
Are we talking dribbling as a whole? Are we talking for people that are similar build to Kevin de Bruyne
No.
in the dribbling? Because I went to Dembele, you would think. Because in my head, I'm thinking if I
Now
want to
go
go
for
there,
Morgan Rogers, but
'cause-
he's similar build.
Yeah, but if I want to
Doesn't
go,
have to
I'll
be
be like,
small.
if I wanted to be an Arsenal, I'd have went Santi.
Yeah, you can.
I'd have went Cazorla. In terms of dribbling,
can.
that can just they're coming
Do
from.
you not want to reserve someone
Press
like that for when he
resistance.
says no?
Press resistance
When
for
he
me.
says weaker foot.
That's another.
Brother, that brother was. You gotta think long
You gotta
term.
think what could come up.
Like certain man, I know they have key attributes.
Yeah.
And when
That's
you
what
read
Santi-
that,
I was like,
I
ah.
already was like,
Yeah.
cool. Certain man are placeholders. Dembele, I'm like, is cash
I like
money
Dembele.
for
I like
dribbling.
Dembele for dribbling. I'm happy to go with
For
Dembele
me,
dribbling.
I'm like, that is cash money. Who are you gonna say? You act like you found this miraculous, and I know it's not miraculous.
Wallahi, I've got a shout.
Go on.
An elite shout, but I want to save him as well. Hey, Chelsea Juan Mata.
but not dribbling.
I'm trying to save him though. That's the thing.
Put
Not
the
for
Juan
dribbling.
in the bag, bro. What are you on about?
I'm happy to go.
I don't think of dribblers and think of Juan Mata.
Yeah, I think
No, passing, set pieces, left foot. There's definitely technique. That's where I think of Juan
Just thingy
Mata.
going there.
Continue.
Sami Nasri.
Hey, that's not bad. That's
dribbling. What he did to Fulham. What he did to
his game.
Fulham. What he did to Porto. That's his game.
That's his
What
game.
I'm thinking.
And
You could even
Arsenal,
go
Man
Hatem
City.
Ben Arfa. You could have went Hatem Ben Arfa.
Yeah, well,
I was thinking Tarap as well.
Wait.
Tarap's nasty as well.
Do
But that's
they
skill.
classify as midfielders if they're wingers like that? That's my thing, because I thought you were
Wallah,
talking
I'm
midfielders
slapping
from
Yeah,
that
midfielders like 10.
central midfield crop.
Yeah,
Hey,
central.
well, like, hey,
But
Alpha
Nasri
wouldn't
counts.
qualify.
Hey, slap Tarap.
Nasri counts, so yeah, Nasri does.
Slap Tarap in there, man. That one see the QPO was playing as a 10, fam.
He was playing this time. And he's seen as a dribbler.
You see, now we're comparing different types of dribblers.
Exactly.
You want the glider and the Musa?
That's
Do you want
Baller
the
League.
power
That's
runner?
Baller League. That
Do
one.
you want the ball rollers? It's
It's Tarap.
We've got to move on from this
For
category.
me, it's Tarap. For me, it's Tarap.
So our consensus, I think, for that 3
the
is.
thing is, so you're saying, that, but if we're going off Premier League, Tarap's Premier League, you're going Tarap Championship.
I'm going Nasri.
yeah.
Think carefully.
I like
You
the
know,
I
Nasri.
can't lie, I'm still sticking with Musa.
Bro,
I'm still,
It's now on you then. They're both your shouts. Which one do you like more?
you know, I can't-
we just
Move out my way.
I can't lie. You know, with Musa, there's so many other categories. Wallahi, we're so good at.
And Nasri's a pure
I'm
dribbler.
not sure. I think there's 2 where you throw Musa, and that's strength and dribbling. And strength, I'm telling you, we have 101 other names. Nasri, I love the shout.
He's a pure
But
dribbler.
I think that's more of like a technical dribbler. Musa is at any kind.
You know what?
He's a mover.
I'm going with Musa.
Okay, well,
We'll go Musa.
All right, we've
We'll
got
go
Musa Dembele for dribbling. Leadership.
There's a lot of good
Jordan
leaders.
Henderson.
Hell no.
Really? Why? No. Okay.
No,
Wait.
no,
Respect
okay,
Henderson.
respect
Not only
him.
was he captain of Liverpool, he was like the leader, the captain of the PFA Association, everything.
I agree.
He was a leader. He's a leader.
He is not my type of captain, is what I will say.
That's fine. But leadership.
But what kind of leaders are we talking about? If we're talking
terms
midfield, like, are we going? We can go
No, we can
like
go
Mark
like-
Noble
Yeah, I was
in
thinking.
terms of leadership.
That's the one.
Yeah, but I don't want. Like, I can't lie, bro.
It's Mark Noble.
I hear it, but
No, the answer's Mark Noble.
no, I don't want.
not.
Well, I was thinking Mark
It
Noble.
is
so.
But
I
nah,
think
man.
so.
It legit is Mark
Nah,
Noble.
it's not.
It's a cute answer, but it's
Yeah,
not
it's
the
not,
answer.
no, Noble's the most, no, it's the bait answer. Oh, leadership, Aston. No, West
one
Ham.
club,
Yeah,
man.
well, West Ham.
Yo.
No, I've done that, man. No.
Fuad's got an armband on now. Bro, it's so obviously Mark Noble.
I'm not picking Mark
No,
Noble.
it's not. Let's think. Pause for a second,
Yeah.
because I feel like we have to think about captains in the Premier League, and this is all time as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I,
but
you can't
the
just
Roy
think.
Keane can't be used.
I completely understand.
Gerrard
that.
can't be used.
I understand that.
It's Mark Noble.
I'm not picking Mark Noble.
No, trust me, it's not about that. This is just not. It's not about his ability. It's about his leadership.
I know, but
It's Mark Noble.
Bun his leadership as well.
But here's the thing: if you say Mark Noble, why can't I say Gareth Barry?
Yeah, something like that, fam.
Because what if longevity is a category?
Is it a category?
It is a category.
James Milner.
That's longevity.
Do you know what I mean?
Noble's a bit of leader. though.
Gareth Barry, all-time Premier League appearance maker.
But what leadership? Where do you see proof of leadership?
Aston Villa. Do you not remember the Martin O'Neill era?
Okay.
Real man.
Of course, when Martin O'Neill, Aston Villa.
Leader of men.
Stilian Petrov was the captain.
Come on, that was after Barry left. Barry was the academy graduate that was the captain.
Well,
of
I
the
don't
way.
mind having.
Come on,
Mark
bro.
Noble was
I don't
always
want-
captain.
I'm gonna be real, yeah. I don't mind having
I'm-
Fernandinho. Fernandinho is a better leader, fam.
I can't lie, I'm not moved on Mark Noble.
Yeah, man, put
I like
Fernandinho as a
the
disrespect,
shout,
man.
but it's
I'm
not
just
the
throwing names.
answer.
Put Fernandinho as a leader,
You're not
bro.
even throwing the best names. Give us another one then.
Bro.
Because I'm hung on Mark Noble.
Right.
And the thing is, if we can't come up with a better suggestion, bro.
Because for me,
That's not a bad one though.
It's not a bad one. Absolutely not. I think Mark Noble is a good one. But I'm like,
Leadership.
is it the best one we can do? And I'm trying to think of centre midfield captains. And bro, Henderson is actually
Vieira
keeps
can't
popping
be
back
used.
in.
Vieira can't be used. Vieira's the Invincibles captain.
Vieira,
Roy Keane was
just
a
like
be-
the epitome of
yeah,
that,
Roy
and-
Keane leader can't be used. That's the whole point of this game.
I can't just slap Mark Noble.
It's gotta be.
Just move on because there's so many
Mark
categories, bro.
It's gotta
It
be.
is.
There's so many
You know what?
categories.
And
It just
if there is one, he can make the strongest case. for,
just-
it is that
yeah,
one.
Bro, it just is.
Just move on.
Yeah,
right?
see how you change.
That's many categories, bro.
You know what? Comment section. Let us know if we forgot anyone.
Vision.
Ozil.
No, this is where
Ozil.
we just sit down.
Cesc,
Ozil,
Mesut,
Ozil,
it's an
Ozil,
Arsenal
Ozil,
player.
Ozil, bro.
This is where we're going. Are you going Ozil vision? Are you going Ozil passing? What we
No, I'm going Ozil
Because
vision.
Barca
and
does
pa-
come later on.
I can't lie. I think this one here is a gimme.
Yeah, I know, I think
It's
it's
Mesut. It's
It's got
Mesut.
Mesut, right?
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Because
I
if
mean,
it's not him,
eyes,
if it's not him, it's Cesc Fabregas. But
Yeah,
you can't say
Mesut.
Cesc.
Mesut, bro.
Yeah, Cesc is in that 10 list. Didn't he? Can't be
Yeah.
there.
Mesut.
Mesut, okay, we've got Mesut Ozil locked in for vision. That was the quickest one so far. We've got a lot more to go through.
Okay.
Engine. Declan Rice.
Good
I
shout.
really like
But
that.
there's loads of engines. I'm
Good
trying to think.
shout.
Even in past times, loads of engines. Park Ji-sung. Park 3 lungs.
Yeah,
He was called Park 3 lungs.
Yeah.
He had an extra lung.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
It's done. Yeah. First.
Bernardo Silva, to be fair as well. He's covering
No,
like
no,
80,
he is.
80 kilometers in
I
matches, bro.
respect it. I respect it.
Remember prime Bernardo Silva?
Yeah, but
He was covering the most
recency
distance.
is affecting
Yeah,
my
but
brain
we're
too
not
much.
thinking about that.
The shaved head and brother.
We're not thinking about that.
I'm tired of him, man.
I like that one.
Bernardo was covering the most distance.
No, I
every
can't
game.
lie to you. Bernardo, I love those first couple of years at City, Monaco. Oh,
That's what.
he
I like Park
combined
Ji-sung.
like
I like Park
industry
Ji-sung.
and technique so perfectly.
No, it's not. You know, it's not
Park
Park
3
Ji-sung.
lungs, is that Park 3 lungs?
Engineer, that's him.
I think
For
if
me,
you're
I'm
talking
still-
lungs, bro, I mean, literally, it has to be.
Any other
Park
suggestions?
Ji-sung.
I like Rice a lot,
Engine.
but I don't mind either.
You got someone to see? Huh?
I like Rice a lot.
Yeah, when I said engine, I thought Rice, but I'm just thinking, yeah, but Park was Mr. Engine.
There's so many of them. You got like the
Yeah,
Conor
there's lots of
Gallagher,
engines.
that Conor
Gallagher's
Gallagher's
an
an
engine.
engine like.
Oh my days,
There's lots of engines.
Henderson.
He was
Anderson's an
generally
engine,
Hendo was
man.
an engine.
Like the Genie Wijnaldum.
Facts.
I'm going Park Ji-sung. I think he's known to be the
Do you know
engine
what it
player,
is?
bro.
I'm not trying to jump on the first thing. That's the thing. But I also am aware that we have more categories. But Park Ji-sung just seems like a.
But there's sometimes, but no. Sometimes,
That is like the Ozil one. Do you know what I mean? It's just
sometimes
like
if the first name comes to your head,
yeah.
sometimes it's the right name, bro.
I'm thinking
Park
of who covers every blade of grass like Kante did.
And that's the thing.
That's the thing.
Kante is the one I was
That's the
thinking.
thing.
And the closest one to that is Declan Rice for me. Sorry, closest one to that is Declan Rice.
He was the first name that came to mind.
Yeah,
But then Park was second name.
Oh, what about his successor at Leicester?
Nampal Mendy.
Alex Mendy.
Why did he
Well, Mahrez is successor. Rashid Ghazal.
They tried to do
They
it.
are the funniest club ever, man.
Park Ji-sung.
Yeah, nah, I'm happy
Park,
with that. Park.
You were thinking Deckers?
Yeah, I would obviously if there's two, we can't go 2-2. I might as well go.
He's called Park 3 lungs for a
Yeah,
reason.
I'll go Deckers. You go Park.
Okay, I'll go Park. I'll go Park. Yeah, come on. So we're 4 categories in. We've still got a bunch. Shot power.
This
Why
one,
is Valverde not in
this
this
one, we have to think heavily.
Rocket. Who had a rocket?
Do you know? I want
John
to. This
Arne but it's
is
not
a
that.
Defender. Yeah,
I've
that
got-
kind of
I've got
midfielder.
2 names,
Go on.
and they're both Germans. One, Didi Hamann.
Okay.
2, Thomas Hitzelsberger.
Okay, so I know both players. I remember Haman at Liverpool, but
Yeah.
this is slightly before my time. Hitzberger, West.
Hitzelsberger was basically a guaranteed
but
goal of
but this is
the
shot
year
pa- this is
contender
shot
every
power.
year.
Yeah.
And if you're talking, every goal was like 40 yards away.
got one.
Sledgehammer.
I got one.
Didi Hamann, same thing. Once a year, he would pop up with this ridiculous
It's
30,
them
40 yard.
quirky ones, but I'm on the same wavelength as you. Matty Taylor.
Mike Taylor Bolton.
Not a bad shout. The only thing
Yeah.
I'd say with him is a lot of his kind of bangers were on the half volley and volley. He had a lot of them kind of
You want to see off the floor, wham,
Yeah.
like Sandro Tottenham.
Crazy. I
Oh,
remember.
Sandra's
Like Sandro from Spurs.
Oh, yeah. That.
Rockets.
Do you know who does the same thing? Thomas Partey every North London derby
Here and
against
there,
a
yeah, he does.
crossbar.
But
He
he's Rose said
rattles one.
He's not accurate enough for me.
But
Yeah.
what we
No.
What do we
Shot
define
power.
shot power? As in like
Venom.
but
Some players you could just see that have that. Man.
it's just a
Ven-
nasty.
I mean,
Yeah.
Is it? Hold on. Is it how many long shots they've had? They scored or just? It
yeah,
has to
because you
be
can go Coutinho, but I don't think
mean,
he's
That's
not.
what I was
That's
thinking
what's
now.
he's not shot power. He's just.
I would put Bruno ahead of him.
I
Bruno
wouldn't
has a
think
hammer
shot
on him.
power though.
Hammer shot.
He's daydreaming.
Bro,
about it.
think about it. Bruno can hit one.
He
I got
can.
one. Tom Huddleston.
Wow, that's a good one. That actually is a good one.
You see, this is why we need some thinking time with each one, because
That
that
actually is
is
good
like a gem right there. He is like a 100-mile-an-hour shooter.
Wallahi, bro.
In terms of the
Scored one against
if
us.
there's 2 things he could do, hit a sledgehammer shot,
And he could pass with
and
both
the
feet.
blade
When you
cut
talk
pass.
about, that's what I was scared about because I'm like weak foot. I'm like this guy.
He's just an unbelievable player.
Well, like when it comes to like the
Hold up, and he's
pass,
still in the academy for United.
Yeah, he can play for them now if he wants.
He's still there.
Legend, player coach.
He hasn't retired, by the way.
Hey, wild card.
well, I was thinking now. That's not.
That's a good
I
shout.
said, brother.
He probably dominate the pitch.
Hasib, edit that out.
Yeah.
We need
Keep
that
it
behind. Yeah.
Yeah, Hudderson's a good shout to be fair. Shot power, I like that.
That
one.
is
He
a
scored a rocket
great
against
shout.
us.
Nico
That is
Kranjčar.
Wow, he did have a strike on
Hey,
him.
Patrick Berger. I know you lot. That's
I've
a
heard of
your
him. I
time
remember.
as well.
Yeah.
Patrick Berger was another
Even
one.
that Stilian
But-
Petrov as well, isn't it?
Petra had a shot on him.
Stilian Petrov had a shot on him. You know the worst thing is because my head. I'm just going back in the days.
I got one. Daniel Agger.
He's a defender, bro. Centre back.
Bro, if that's the case, I would have just got. I would have went John Arisa.
rabbit hole.
I would have went John Arisa.
Bro, I was about to say Alex, fam. Come on, Alex. I was about to say Alex, man. Come on.
That brother.
We've got to pick someone for
Meathead.
shot power. What's the best suggestion so far? I think Hudderson's been a good suggestion.
Hudderson's a great one. I think Crankyard's a great one. I
Krajcar's
can't
a good
lie.
suggestion.
That, of course,
Oh, I got one.
Portsmouth.
I got one. Hey, 2 goals, fam, that comes to mind. Barca and Arsenal. Michael Essien.
Essien, I had a strike on him. He had a rocket on him for sure.
Would I pick him at the top of the pile for shot power though?
Hey, man, but he's got a resume. He's got the
Stevie
resume.
G would have been good for this as well, man.
Oh.
Rocket.
Hey, man, he's got the resume for it, man.
So we're saying that Tom Huddleston. I still think the German boys deserve a shout, but Crankyard, I think definitely. For me, it's between those two. I would say.
It's the Spurs boys, man.
Tottenham boys.
Unless you
We win
guys.
for you, so you see both of us, so we'll give it to you because
Nico. I'll be
we'll
real.
give it to you because you see
Nico
both
for
of
me,
them.
it's either foot.
Another Spurs boy. He scored a couple for you, man, and for me as well. Van der Vaart. He had a couple as well.
Yeah, but shot power being
I
the
think
first thing.
technique is
Yeah.
where I look at him.
So you're going for you think
I'm going- I
Krajcar
think
over
Nico.
Huddleston?
I think Nico, but the worst thing is that I know the Huddleston brand name would do better, but I actually think Nico's shot power was just anywhere, any distance on the volley. It didn't matter, bro.
Rest in peace, Tiote. Oh, that goal. Like, I guess Arsenal. Tiote.
Yeah, the screamer.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tiote. Yeah. The goal, wow.
yo.
That was a
Tiote.
strike. That was the volley. That's kind of like a
Half
volley-ish,
volley, half
half
volley-ish.
volley-ish,
But you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
with them ones like the Essians and the thingy, it's like
You
we're
don't know
more
whether it's
talking
the
about
bounce or
highlight
shot.
of the goal. Like Cranchard, he had the license to go. You know what? You're allowed to shoot
Literally,
30 yards.
Harry
And
Redknapp used to give him
and
green.
no one's batting an island can. That's how I look at shot power. I'm like,
Yeah.
And if a manager's giving you a green light like that, you
Yeah.
clearly have a weapon. So for me, I think Nico.
Okay.
Yeah. Facts.
Who we say?
Oh, Hasib just said a big name.
Production just threw a name from.
Who's that?
Oh,
Oh, sticking on
I
Portsmouth.
can't lie.
Sticking on Portsmouth
right
with
there.
Krajcar.
Who's
I
that?
think it might be
even
this
Matty Taylor. that's
Pedro
nasty.
Mendes.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you remember. When we finish this episode, Faisal,
Okay, cool.
go on YouTube. If you're at home wondering who this is, just type Pedro Mendes
Nah,
goals.
Mendes was a yeah.
Oh my!
Oh, the guy with the long hair.
Yeah. You know the one Ben Thatcher knocked out with the elbow. Yeah.
I
Don't
remember
worry.
it.
This is before you came to the country.
Of course, yeah.
Denmark, Beckham weren't signing your book.
Was
Them
that-
times. Don't worry. Put the book in the bag. Pedro
I like
Mendes.
Mendes. I like it. She'll pick him, yeah.
I think him.
I think
I'm
so,
going
yeah.
Pedro Mendes.
I like it.
I'm
I
going
like
Pedro
it.
Mendes.
I like it.
That is a from deep.
That's a
That's
deep shot.
40 yards.
All right, let's move on to the next category. Creativity.
Now, if you want to talk about Modrico,
Lukita, but the thing is, Lukita, I think that's another section for him. I feel
You know
like
the most jarring thing is as well, because when you talk about creative, I don't know why I just keep going back to Spurs. Ericsson's one name that's in my head.
yes,
Mm.
because in
Ericsson's
terms
one of
of
my
if you're
names.
talking chances created,
That's what I'm looking at.
he was a monster.
Bruno Fernandes is another one I look at.
Yes,
That's the thing. Bruno is the assist. But how
no, Bruno's in
creativity?
general.
Creativity.
But how define
Bruno is
Creative.
Yeah.
Creative. Right? You're always working out different ways to. One is creating chances.
Yeah.
Different ways to create chances. You know,
Bruno,
being creative in like the variation of
that
how
is
you-
Bruno. That is
Creativity.
Bruno Fernandes.
Creativity
bro.
means like figuring
Remember,
stuff out. And,
the last-
Fernandes is
since he's
literally
been in the
a
league-
chance-creating machine.
Since he's been in the league, that's the only two everyone talks about in terms of creating chances. It's hard.
whether
look
you
at.
like his game or not. I think
He is-
you have
yeah.
to respect it.
he is a creative machine.
And I'm even trying to go back in time a little bit now.
That's what I'm
back in
thinking
the
of.
But we got all time. We could talk about anyone. We've already used Meza.
Who from the?
Juan
Mata, you see, if you're talking creativity, Juan
I
Mata and
wasn't-
Modric, that's where they're talking. Because Juan Mata, those 2
You
years
want to
at
put Mata for
Chelsea,
dribbling, mate.
brother, you went to Mata for dribbling. Creativity is where his game is.
But no, because you mentioned Bruno. For me, Bruno's a better
Yeah.
creator.
There
than-
comes
than-
tears
than
and brackets.
Lukita for me should be there. But I feel like, but I think Lukita
Eriksen,
should be.
Bruno.
I think that's a category for Luka.
I don't look at Luka Modric as a bona fide 10.
No,
When
no,
I
of
hit
course
creative, I look at 10. I look
But
at them.
at Spurs, he was a 10, not 8. At Spurs, he was a
No,
10.
he was a
Oh, so it
midfielder.
was 8, was
He's
it?
he's in a double 2, yeah, bro.
Yeah. That was the days of like 2 strikers as well. We had Keane, Defoe,
Coutinho?
Pavlyuchenko.
Coutinho?
Don't mind
Shout.
it. Don't mind
Bad
it.
shout. Would I put him? I think aesthetically you would put him above Bruno, but I think if I had to look at the two and say who's going to create me more chances,
She was like Bobby as the 10 fam.
Nah, he's striker.
Nah,
He's
he's a
like
9.
shadow
He's a
striker.
9. He's a 9. He's a
Well, I was
9.
slapping them.
For a second, when he said Bobby, I was like, who? I was like, man
calls
saying
Andrew
like
Bobby
he
as well.
knows him on basis.
The only one-
That's actually who I thought he was talking about. Bobby Charlton.
No, it's not Bobby as the 10 fam.
I got thingy on my mind as a creative 10. Dimi Payet.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's like as.
That's what I'm
creative
saying.
as
If it's set
one-dimensional.
pieces, I'm leaving that on that side and then leaving them there.
I think Bruno's a good shout. Honestly,
I'm leaning
Ericsson's a
towards
good
Bruno.
shout as well, but I think Bruno's a good shout.
Yeah, I would have liked Eriksen, but I think Bruno's just almost like
Like Bruno.
the undeniable pick in this. He
Bruno
is someone
Fernandes?
who, when you talk about creativity, he's the closest thing I look at to Kevin de Bruyne.
Okay, Bruno Fernandes is passing. Let's have some fun.
Well, now, are we allowed to say Trent?
Luka.
No, let's have some
Luka,
fun,
Luka,
boys.
Luka.
Oh, I'll
What
go.
about LeBill? He said
Do we
LeBill.
need the Trivella? That's what I'm saying,
No,
bro.
the ball. Luka.
What we talk about passing? That's the difference. I don't know what we're talking about passing.
Ranger passing.
I mean, Xabi Alonso.
Chabi.
Michael Carrick.
I mean, hey.
I rate now. I rate Luka's passing.
No, I've been saying too many Spurs, man, for my
It's
life.
more
bro.
viral.
Yeah, you've been on
If
Spurs
there's-
all day.
If there's one thing Spurs
They got
have,
gems,
they
though.
get good players.
Yeah.
They just don't know how to put it together.
Lucas variety for me is more than the Champions.
Lucas Verratti.
No, variety.
Oh,
Variety.
that's what he said. Lucas Verratti.
Yeah, what
Variety
player is
of
that?
passing is more.
What, the little cute Trivella?
I think he's complete. The switches, the short, the long.
Mm-hmm.
For me, he's master.
Jorginho.
No.
He's a pass completer, in my opinion.
Yeah, ticking.
Is that ball
Yeah.
progressive there or no?
No.
Is that technique there?
No, not technique, no.
Bro, La Pioche has to be a consideration
Passing.
in this.
Range
Paul
of
Pogba's passing range. One sleeve.
I know,
poke.
but I reckon there's gonna be more categories.
Do you
for,
forget the
for
game
Bill,
against
fam.
Switzerland?
I know.
I was at the first game of the season at Old Trafford against Leeds a few years ago when Pogba got 4 assists.
Brother,
Unreal passing.
Started like the first 5 games.
No,
like
the
7
Bills
assists.
for me. I'll pick LeBill in passing over Luka.
So
But
why
I
you
I'm
not-
think-
saying. So
but I
That's the
think-
category.
But Luka, I don't see another category for him.
Yo,
So you're trying to
scrap,
basically.
yo, scrap the Luka you know. You're blurring the Luka you know from
the ball, it's the ball,
Modric.
it's the ball.
We're talking Premier League Luka.
Facts.
Oh, it's
We're talking Premier League
LeBill.
Luka.
For me, LeBill then. Put LeBill. LeBill's the
And you
best
got any other passes?
Over LeBill.
No, I'm trying to
Liverpool, LeBill, sorry, he's difficult to beat, wallahi.
Yeah.
In terms of
He's got
passing.
more, the most variety, bro. What are you
Like passing Thiago Alcantara, but he didn't do it at Liverpool, but he's a Liverpool. I can't remember. It's like the Luka argument. We know his passing's unreal, but he showed
Liverpool,
glimpses at Liverpool, but
Paul LeBill Pogba?
I'm happy to go with La Pioche.
Defending. So defensive work from midfielder.
Makalele.
I think you kind of made that one easy, innit?
yeah.
A man who's got a role named after himself, and if you're talking, we can't use Kante. I mean, I want the
Yeah.
closest thing, and
Slum
I
there,
will
man.
take the guy who doesn't have his
That's
legs.
a good
And
shout.
that is Makelele.
I can't hate.
Claude Makelele, why
I
not?
would love to even try and put names to consider alongside him.
Oh, this is a
but
good one.
Got
deserves the
Fernandinho,
respect.
all these, man. But
This is a
my
good one.
class,
Respect to the OGs.
Facts. This is a good one. Press resistance.
Santi, that's Cazorla for me. Well, no, you can beat me and him.
No.
Me and him could be in a phone box. Well, I'm not taking the ball off him.
I told you about. I told you about LeBill. I told you about LeBill. No, I've got one more. I'm snapping over Santi. I don't care, Thiago. Thiago Cantona.
The little swivel.
I'm snapping Thiago.
The little swivel.
Over
Why
Santi.
are you slapping? What's done to you?
No, I'm putting Thiago over Santi.
No. Santi's weaker foot, bro, man. We're saving him for the weak foot category. You need
Thiago's more
to
persistent.
allow this. Santi's the only guy for the weak foot category. Nobody else.
You can't get the ball off him though, whether
Same-
you like
same
it
with
or not.
Do you know who else is underrated
Wallahi,
press resistant?
Let's
Yuri
think about it,
Tillemans.
let's think about it,
Yuri
yeah.
Tillemans press resistant.
I do agree with that,
I don't.
but not to the degree of saying.
Why are we
he's that.
ignoring Luka Modric in this, fam?
No, Luka Modric should be a consideration in this for sure.
I'm
Especially
stopping Luka
who's
and
playing.
Thiago above Santi.
I like this.
If you're on, yeah, I don't mind.
What about Leville, man? You
like
missed
that.
out.
No, this was his
Well, I told you. Well, I told you. I told you. Let's save Liverpool.
This is it. But then who we would pick?
Because the ball ticks all boxes, fam.
No, but now we can pick Luka here because I'm happy to put Luka in pressure resistant as well.
100%. I'm
I
putting
think
Luka.
Luka pressure resistant passing.
I'm putting
Hey!
Luka.
Who
pressure-
receives the ball and you're calm that they know
Luka.
a player's pressing them
But that's
and
Luka.
you're
Definition of a
not
brace.
That's
worried
Luka.
that he's just gonna
Modric has
That's
360
Luka.
vision.
Luka.
360 vision.
that one touch takes there. Is good.
That's
And
Luka.
do you know what Luka does? He does the thing where he makes it look like he's getting it and he swivels the foot.
Well, that's but that exactly. I don't know.
Cazorla does the same
Well,
thing as well.
bro.
He used to do the same thing.
Luka.
But Cazorla
He'll
lost
just
his
go.
Achilles.
I'm going left foot now. I'm a chop, and then someone else will come. I looked. I said, that's
Didn't they take a
But I
piece
don't
of
mind.
Didn't
It's a
they take
win.
a piece of his thigh to put to his Achilles or something like that as well.
He did,
Madness.
yeah.
It's Luka. It's Luka.
And he still played on for years on.
Yeah.
After, man.
It's Luka.
Yeah.
I'm going Luka Modric.
I mean, Modric's a great player. I don't mind. Even when he's at Spurs, he's a great
Yeah.
player.
Another Spurs.
There's a few categories left, like 5 categories left. First touch.
Yeah,
Thiago.
man, we f***ed with Pogba.
Thiago.
Pogba, man.
Well, Thiago. Pogba's everything.
First
We
touch.
need 3 Pogbas.
Well, this topic should be. You know what this topic
now-
should be? I'm picking Pogba for KDB. I'm being dead serious.
Put the gun down.
Peak for peak. Oh, don't get me
Put
started.
the subscription in the back.
Thiago.
Phil Foden. Phil Foden.
Thiago,
was the
Thiago.
first touch.
And that's a great shout, I can't lie.
I like that.
No,
That's a great shout.
Thiago. I'm picking Thiago.
I do think Thiago is
Because if you think, obviously, when you think first touch, anyone, you think Berbatov, Mahrez, who's got their level of touch as a midfielder? Oh, Pogba would have been good.
Yeah. He's
You're scoring on Pogba. Everything like that.
Nah, relax. There's been like 3 categories, bro. Relax. Put the mic down, bro. It's been
Maybe
3
the
categories, that's it.
midfielder.
We didn't mention him or any others.
Wallah, he's better KDB. Wallah, he's better KDB.
I feel like there's bare more, you know.
First
Same.
touch.
I don't-
First touch, we have to think about this one. This one, we need to take a touch.
It's a good. It's a
Take
yeah.
a young touch.
It's a good category to judge someone.
I call that Coutinho's got a good first touch.
Coutinho was
Wallahi,
absolutely
he's got
up there in
unreal.
this
He's
list.
got unreal first touch.
Wallah.
Wallahi.
He's absolutely
I'm
up
putting
there.
Coutinho with Foden. In terms of first touch. But for me, Thiago.
Who's
I'm,
got like Zizou?
I'm trying to think of above Thiago. Above Thiago.
Who traps it and just with instead of controlling it, their first touch puts them in stride.
Did we already do engine?
Yeah, we did engine earlier.
And
we gave
who
it to
did?
Park Free Lungs.
Okay, yeah, calm. Balak just came to our mind.
Boom, and he's gone. He's got that first touch.
To be fair, Carrick had a good first touch as well.
Carrick would have been vision.
Xavi
Would have
Alonso.
been like
I'd say he's like,
Xabi Alonso. If they split the passing into short and long range, I would have long range. He would have been a lock.
Easy. I'm trying to think above Thiago. I can't think of anyone above Thiago.
for touch.
It's got to be a
First
niche
time.
player. I can't even lie, bro.
And that's what I'm trying to. David Silva. I mean, yeah, no, he's in the 10, isn't he? Is David Silva in the 10?
Fortunately,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Wallah, fortunately, yes. Juan Mata had a nasty touch.
He did.
Wallah, Juan Mata, I remember.
But I would prefer Coutinho over him
Yeah.
if we're talking first touch. Oh,
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen some
Thiago.
naughty. I've seen some naughty Coutinho touches though, man. On the stride, dang, 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 boom, 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 beam.
I wouldn't touch.
First touch, bro.
I would go. Obviously, I've said
That's
him
the
a
category
thousand.
we sat on first.
I said it 1,000 times. I think Sanic was always touch nasty.
It's
Unless you want to leave him for weak football. Wallahi, bro.
I'm like, yo, he's a.
When it comes to this guy is known as dribbling, first touch, press resistant, and can
What's he
pass
known
it.
for first? Both footedness,
Yeah.
ambitious. That's what he's known for the most.
But even I
I
remember
like Foden's first touch, man.
Me,
Foden is nice, but I feel like.
Or are you ignoring him because he's currently playing?
No, because
And his rep isn't amazing right
I'm
now.
still one of those. I'm holding firm.
Yeah, but his touch doesn't change. He's still
it
got a good
hasn't.
touch.
And I saw him and Eze the other week in England training doing
Wilshere?
madness as well.
he had a very good first touch.
He could have gone for
Close
dribbling as well. He
control,
could
yeah,
have
I
gone
was
for
gonna
dribbling
say
as well.
yeah. I like his
even
dribbling.
right now, Cole Palmer's got a fucking good first touch as well.
I'd say Eze's better than him.
But I can't think of anyone above Thiago for me.
Thiago, yeah,
I
Thiago.
think Thiago's.
Thiago just pure
Yeah.
technique.
And I'm sorry,
Yeah,
we can't
perfect
have a
footballer.
centre midfielder build without having
Something of Thiago.
Thiago.
Thiago
Yeah.
has to be in
Do you
there.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And first touch is one part of the technique.
So
Yes.
first touch. Do you want to go to Thiago?
I don't mind. I don't mind
Because
that
there's
at
no
all.
technique category. Yeah.
Ozil would have been another one, but
Yeah.
obviously he got
Oh,
picked.
yeah.
innit?
Yeah. Well, the next one's IQ. Thiago would have been good there.
Yo, you need to leak these rest of these categories. I can't lie. This is a setup.
So I can't- Sharks constantly just baits you two man into. He ropes you man in.
I feel like
he knows the next topic is gonna
I
come.
feel like he's trying to lead me to Foden as well, to be like, yo, man, stay away from Thiago, bro. Trust me, stay away. Yo,
Thiago's IQ is
I keep saying
unbelievable.
stop running to the obvious answer, you bozo.
IQ that we haven't used.
That's the guy who picked
your
LeBill. Hey, that's the guy who picked LeBill.
For me, IQ.
Fucked us.
It's two man I can think of top of my head.
I can't lie. even
Chabi Alonso or Michael Carrick.
I'll take Carrick.
Yes.
When I'm talking IQ,
I'll take Carrick.
I'm thinking Carrick as well in
Yeah.
terms of vision, brain, how they see the game. Alonso
like
was
very
great,
slowed
but I
down.
think it was more vision.
yeah,
Whereas Carrick, he ran midfields, bro,
yeah.
and he wasn't like the most physical. He wasn't, you know what I mean? Like the most, he didn't have.
That's why his IQ was so good that
Yeah.
did that for him.
I'm trying to think. Are there other players who are like that? Brains. And even at like lesser clubs, I'm trying to think.
IQ, Jorginho's another one for me.
That is definitely one.
Well,
I can't lie
if we're
to you.
talking IQ,
But
Cesc would have been another one, but
He's in a 10.
yeah,
you can't do
He's in a
that.
10 that we
I
can't
don't
use.
think
Yeah.
Jorginho's better than
It sounds mad. People are probably thinking, what? Carrick for IQ? But I like Carrick as IQ. He's
Carrick's IQ.
my favourite. My favourite
And
midfielder
if
for
you
United.
don't know, you obviously weren't around. Do
Yeah.
yourself
I
a
can't lie.
research and watch some
Xabi
tapes.
Alonso's IQ for me. This for me. I think
It's
Xabi.
mad because we're talking about IQs and there are two very good managers.
Facts.
So that
Show-
speaks
show
for
us
itself.
a little
Like,
bit.
that
At
speaks
least
for
you've got to
itself.
say something.
Yeah. You know who I liked? I know you guys will laugh now. Well, I think when it comes to that,
Manish.
huh?
No.
Well, like Scott Parker, man.
Scott Parker.
Good player.
I would have thought that for leadership, in my opinion. Captain literally at every club he went. You know, why don't you think of that in the leadership segment, you idiot?
Nah, still noble. Still.
Nah, I don't know, man. Scott
Why
Parker.
you don't feel noble, man?
I don't know, Scott.
He's trying to bring
every
another-
club
he's
you
trying to-
went
he's trying to-
imagine you take the armband.
Except
That's
Chelsea.
better than you taking one.
Except Chelsea.
But Scott Parker as well,
Okay,
Burnley
you know
manager.
leadership we didn't even mention?
No,
Granit Xhaka.
Burnley manager.
Captain at every club as well.
Ooh, Xhaka would have been a
And
very good
country.
leadership.
But then he's the only guy who got shipped off to captaincy.
Because of how passionate he was.
Told the fans, hey.
I can't lie. I can't
Told
lie.
you. Hey.
Xabi Alonso for me.
But IQ?
I feel like what you're doing is
Because trying to go, you know what?
pretty privilege.
Carrick, he's like I can't wrap my
No,
head
no,
around it.
I don't-
Spanish man.
He's
IQ.
He's a Galactico.
I said Carrick.
He was there for the
earlier.
decima.
I said he didn't play in the decima.
Yeah, I know.
I
was gonna say.
I don't mind both.
For me, it's Carrick. He was influential, arguably the greatest Premier League side.
Ericsson's production said Ericsson as well.
You can sit that one out.
I would look at more for creativity.
Keep your mouth shut.
You know
But what do you call it?
Let's go Carrick. Let's go Carrick.
I like Carrick for this one.
Yeah.
I want my boy to get
Michael
something. man.
Carrick.
It's not even that. He was arguably at the
Facts.
best Man United, like best team in the world at that period. Man United.
And the worst United, and that won a league as well.
Yeah,
And,
and
he's
then
still,
England
And-
as well.
yes.
That's the one main thing they said we would
was
have
one
done
that was
well.
always missed out.
Yeah, I come from. So
My Carrick is longevity. James Milner, Gareth Barry.
This is I feel like that's a lock for James Milner. I mean, we're talking
Is it only
about-
He's
Premier
still
League-
playing
I
now.
can't lie, man. I don't like it's only purely just based, maybe not what
We're
they've done.
building the best Premier
We're
League.
10,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
10
To go
categories
up
in.
against.
We're 10 categories in. Now he's complaining about Premier
I want La Liga players
Nah.
Where is Dani Parejo?
Nah.
Where is Oyarzabal?
Nah.
Please subscribe.
Please.
No. Not that. It's what they've done outside. Yeah, I'll bring it down. Don't worry.
James Milner for sure.
James Milner, bro, the
Can
longest
still put him at the top level.
He's still here.
It's insane.
He's still here.
16, bro. From like 16, 17, bro.
It's insane. His
Stay.
career only is older than his teammates.
How
Yeah.
can you go from wonder kid to like he's seen every arc there is in a football career, bro.
Facts.
He's been a squad player, he's been a winger, he's been a
Facts.
centre mid, he's done it all.
Facts.
Seen it all, done it all, won it all.
Facts. Only a couple left. Penultimate one. Set pieces.
James
Declan
Ward-Prowse.
Rice.
Excuse me?
You saw what he did. You saw what he did. You saw, and his set pieces, so corners as well.
You don't make me say
Corners as well. Set pieces. Corners as
I don't
well.
want your boy. I don't want.
Nah, I'm joking. Ward-Prowse is the
Yeah.
Ward, no, listen. I like Ericsson.
Nah, I'm
but
not
he
saying
couldn't
anything
be
like
the
it.
first
I
one
lost.
on the corner,
No,
bro.
I'm picking Payet.
No, it's Ward-Prowse.
Payet is another good one.
It's Ward-Prowse. Nah,
Cute.
generally, it's Ward-Prowse.
Cute. That's nice. bro.
That's him. Like when you think about, it's like when you think about
Come
throw-ins,
on.
roll the lap.
Come
When you think about free
on.
kicks, Ward-Prowse.
Guys.
And
I know,
corners,
I know,
guys,
I
I
know.
know
And
it's
the
not
corners.
sexy when we've talked about Thiago and Xabi Alonso and then
Oyarzabal.
Prowse.
It's Ward-Prowse.
It's like Martin Noble, the captaincy thing.
I go on
Sometimes you
face.
just gotta respect the years that have been
And,
put
I've done a video.
Danny Pereira.
I've seen it live. I've seen it live.
Juan Mata.
I went to the Southampton training ground. It's on JD channel, and I filmed the Ward-Prowse, me and Chunks.
You saw
I
it.
did a free kick video. He was teaching us a free
It's
kick.
Ward-Prowse. It's Ward-Prowse.
Wallahi, the first one he did.
James
he stepped
Maddison.
Up, there was a keeper. Top bin snatch.
They'll tell you, yo, they did 20 takes.
No. And then generally he goes, oh yeah. He goes, okay, I'm gonna take a few. Then he goes, because now it's like now I'm gonna score one on the weekend, man. And thanks. The next game is Chelsea. He scored free kick. Wallahi.
Boom. See?
It's gotta be Ward-Prowse.
Mic drop.
It's Ward-Prowse.
Mic drop.
And last but not least, weak foot.
You see, I know we've been saying Santi Cazorla this
Who
whole
else?
time. But let's think about it. Because... Oh, no. It might be Santi Cazorla. I withdraw. I was
Who
going
are you
to
gonna say?
I was going to say Son Heung-min, but he's a forward.
Oh my days. He still don't understand the video. He wants Daniel Agger in there.
No.
Son.
My bad.
Anyone other than Santi Cazorla for weak foot?
In terms
Obviously,
of-
honorable mentions, obviously.
Honorable mentions, I think Christian Eriksen.
Xabi Alonso, to be fair.
I think Xabi Alonso, you could say, yeah.
Morten Gamst Pedersen.
He was a
He was
lefty.
born right
That
footed.
was one we should have mentioned for free kicks.
He was born right that.
He's maybe the only one that can argue with Ward-Prowse. I
Yeah.
can't
push
push
for Ward-Prowse.
But Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, no. I hear it. Ward-Prowse is a lock, but if there's anybody who can talk, it's him.
Yeah, Ward-Prowse. But you got a lot of Tottenham players in here, no? Surprised didn't get someone like Jermaine Genius in here or something.
Who? That name can never be uttered on this platform ever again. That must be a pact between us.
Is that Newcastle legend?
We
Yeah,
talk about-
Newcastle
we
boy.
talk about echelons.
I hear it.
Roberto Solano.
I hear it.
Come on,
get the
coins.
Coin. That's actually all the categories, yeah? Look at the player who just built, all right?
Let me hear it back.
Can you send me the list that was written? Jeez. It's you breaking the
Sorry.
trick. So, the player we built to compete with Kevin de Bruyne as potentially the greatest Premier League player of all time, Premier League midfielder of all time, has the dribbling of Moussa Dembele.
You know, I wish now I said Abu Dhabi. Oh,
Abu Dhabi couldn't play a single game.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do
We
that.
respect the... You know, he's alive. We want to...
Exactly.
Yeah.
he's an Aki now. He's an Aki.
He's been Aki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're dribbling. We pick Moussa Dembele. It's Moussa Diaby.
He's a player as well.
Player.
And he's a dribbler.
Moussa Dembele. For leadership, we've got Mark Noble with the armband. Yeah.
Leader of men.
Vision, Mesut Ozil.
Wow, bug eyes.
The engine of Park Ji-sung. Our player is good, man. He's got the engine of Park Ji-sung, so the vision of Mesut Ozil, the leadership of Mark Noble, and dribbling of Moussa Dembele. This is our player, yeah? He's got a shot power of Pedro Mendes, this guy.
Crazy.
This guy here,
Disrespect on
this
Pedro
guy
Mendes.
here that we've built has the creativity of Bruno Fernandes.
Wow.
Why is that funny?
I don't understand why guys are laughing. We need
They don't
to
respect his back, don't you?
These
They don't-
magnificos,
yeah.
bro. Pedro Mendes and Bruno Fernandes respect their heritage.
Facts. He's also got a passing of Paul Bill Pogba. Yeah? He can defend like Makalele.
Yeah,
What can't he do?
That's nasty.
I'm seeing
That's
that.
nasty.
I'm seeing
But
that.
on the ball, he's got the press resistance of Luka Modric.
Yeah, you want to be over there.
Hey.
His first touch is as good as Thiago Alcantara.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Alcantara.
He's got the IQ of Michael Carrick.
What a player.
Hey.
What a player.
I will not have Michael Carrick slander.
Why are you guys
on
taking
this
this up back?
platform. We will go to war. We will go to war.
I see it, I hear it. If he said he's got the IQ of Xabi Alonso,
Yeah.
it's now different.
See? Pretty privilege. Name brand. That's what you don't want.
Wait. Where for free kicks? Watch.
And-
Where was the pieces?
And with all of those traits, his career is long lasting. The longevity of James Milner.
Soldier.
Sir.
Soldier.
What's funny about James Milner's longevity?
Sir James Milner, Premier League greatness.
MBE.
Speaks Spanish to his kids. Yeah? This man can take free kicks like James Ward-Prowse.
Unreal.
Oh, no, wait,
So
wait.
his goal to he's
Oh, no,
scoring.
wait. Dave Beckham was on the 10 list.
Yeah, because he's not.
He's a right
he's a
midfielder
midfielder,
and
He's
right
a
mid.
winger. He's a winger.
Okay, he takes free kicks like
so-
James Ward-Prowse. It's on a weak foot of Santi Cazorla. What a player we built, guys. But this player needs a name. What's his name?
Paul Pogba.
I'm gonna say. I say we call him Drake. Because it's a 20v1. What we're doing here.
20 Aubrey.
We built 20
We'll call
players
him
to go
Aubrey
up against
Hassan.
one.
Aubrey Hassan.
Hassan.
Hey, Aubrey Hassan might be the best. Honestly, this is the best midfielder in Premier League history. For sure.
It has to be.
I think we built
I'm
it.
still not sure he's better than KDB.
I'll
be real.
That's insane.
I rate KDB that high.
Nah, he's got to be. He's got to be. This guy's got to be.
No, that's insane.
Aubrey Hassan's better.
He's got to be. Guys, let us know in the comments if you could build a better player than Aubrey Hassan. It's on the screen right now. So screen right now, every player, every category we pick. Let us know who you pick for each category, and we'll have the discussion in the comments, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. Kevin de Bruyne, of course, is a Premier League great. It's gonna be sad to see him go, but also as an opposition fan, it'll be an amazing experience to see him go.
Take care.
Get out of this league. Adios.